I'm Deborah Borchardt, and this is the weekly stash for the week ending January 13th. Yep, it's Friday the 13th. This was a big week as the state of Connecticut launched legal adult use sales. Privately owned Find Fettle was able to open 3 stores on the first day. The Botanist, owned by Acreage Holdings, opened 1 store in Montville, while Green Thumb Industries opened a Rise dispensary in Branford. It was a successful launch, with the state reporting that they had over $250,000 sold on the first day. Earnings are just beginning to trickle out. Tilray Brands reported that their revenue fell 7% in the fiscal second quarter to $144 million. Revenue also fell from the previous quarter, and they delivered a net loss of $67 million in the quarter versus last year's net income of $5.7 million. Organigram Holdings reported net revenue of $43.3 million for its first fiscal quarter, and unlike Tilray, revenue was up 43% from last year. They also beat the average analyst estimates. They also posted a net income of $6.1 million in the first quarter versus a net loss of $1.3 million for the same time frame last year. Urban Grow reported that it has a record backlog entering into its 2023 fiscal year and reaffirmed financial guidance for the fourth quarter. They say they expect to enter 2023 with a backlog of around $87 million and a sequential increase of about $20 million from the third quarter announcement of $67 million in the backlog. In state news, Maine's adult use marijuana sales almost doubled from 2021 to 2022, as the number of recreational retailers also shot up. The New England state sold $159 million in cannabis last year. That's up from $82 million in 2021. And the number of licensed retailers increased 20% to more than 110. Recreational cannabis sales in Illinois finished 2022 strong with more than $1.5 billion in sales. That's up 13% from 2021. Total sales in December were the highest of any month at $143.9 million, and that's following a seasonal pattern that they've seen in previous years. But the rate of sales growth, only 4% in December of 2021, was the slowest that they've had, so it's starting to show some pressure on discretionary consumer spending and inflation. And finally, a new report from the U.S. Sentencing Commission found that federal cannabis possession charges have fallen dramatically since 2014. Unfortunately, prior cannabis possession conviction often leads to longer sentences for other crimes. And that's it for this week in our weekly stash. Markets are going to be closed on Monday for the Martin Luther King holiday.